the lectures, I'll give you the backup lectures for the same, but I'll inform it to you tomorrow. I'll divide it in group of 4 or 5 people so that confusion doesn't arise much. Okay? Presently what we are going to solve has no relation with those questions. So take out from your mind that your abscess will not be able to follow. It's a regular normal question, whatever we are going to do today. Okay? Look at page 53, exercise 1.5. They are so normal questions that anyone who has not attended any question of probability so far will also be able to understand. Okay, see that. The sample data about monthly travel expense in rupees of a large group of travelers of local bus in a mega city are given in the following table. Now, you don't have to make it just be attentive. You can see 501 to 600. There are 318 travelers, 318 such travelers whose monthly expense is from 501 to 600. Then 601 to 700 expense is of 432 travelers. Then 701 to 800 is the monthly traveling expense of 639 travelers. 801 to 900 is the monthly expense of 579 travelers, and more than or equal to 901 is the monthly expense of 174 travelers. Now, one person from this mega city traveling by local bus is randomly selected. See here, one person from this is selected. What are the total number of travelers? 318 plus 432 plus 639 plus 579 plus 174. 318 plus 432 plus 639 plus 579 plus 174. What are the total number of travelers? One person is selected from them. Means, can I say that total number of outcomes in the sample space will be 2142C1? That is 2142 itself. If you make the sample space of travelers, number of travelers, then how many outcomes will be there in that sample space? Total 2142 travelers. Show this. Raise your hand who did not understand this. Okay, one person is selected from total travelers. Total there are 2142 travelers. So N will be 2142C1. That is 2142 travelers. Now see, one question I'll explain you, and second, third you'll be able to answer it to me. Did you all show this 2142? Shall I read it further? Now see what is asked. Find the probability that the monthly travel expense of this person will be more than rupees 900. First we'll define it as event A. So write down, let event A be the event. First sub question. Let event A be the event that monthly travel expense of the traveler is more than rupees 900. Okay, let event A be the event that monthly travel expense of the traveler is more than rupees 900. Now see here, more than rupees 900 means, can I say 174 such travelers are there whose monthly expense is more than rupees 900. From that we have to select one traveler. So what will be M of event A? 174C1, that is 174. And what will be the probability of event A that the monthly travel expense is more than 900? M of A upon N. 174 upon 2142. 2 into 87 and 2 into 1021. Sorry.
1071.
1071. 3 into 29. 3 into 3, 5, 7. So 29 divided by 357. Did you understand this question, everyone? So very simple. Directly from the table we can see more than 901 is the expense of 174 travelers. So what is the probability that the traveler's expense is more than 901? 174 upon 2142. Is everyone clear with this? Any doubts up till here? Did everyone complete this? Take up with the second one.
Yes.
Look at the second question. Find the probability that the monthly expense is at the most 700. What do you mean by at the most 700? Less than or equal to 700 means both these classes will be included. At the most 700 means both these classes will be included. So let event B be the event that monthly travel expense is at the most rupees 700. Okay, monthly travel expense is at the most rupees 700. So from that table you can tell me what will be M of event B? 318 plus 432 750. So probability of event B will be M of B upon M 750 upon 2142, 2 into 375, 2 into 1071, 3 into 125 and 3 into 357. So 125 divided by 357. Is everyone up to clear with this? Anyone having any doubts in it? All are clear up till here? Now look at third sub question. Shall I take up with the third one? Raise your hand. We're still writing the second. Look at the third one now. The monthly travel expense is 601 or more but 900 or less, means between 600 and 900. Between 600 and 900 means these classes will be included in event C. 601 or more but 900 or less. Understood that, everyone? So what will be M of event C? 432 plus 639 plus 579. From this we have to select one. Now let event C be the event that monthly travel expense of traveler is between rupees 601 and 900. Between rupees 601 and rupees 900. Okay. So M of event C will be equal to 432 plus 639 plus 579.
1650.
1650. T of C will be equal to MC upon N. So 1650 upon 2142. 2 into 8, 25. 2 into 1071. 3 into
275.
275. 3 into 357. So 275 divided by 357. Did you understand this question, everyone? Any doubts with this? So like a frequency distribution question it is. Now question 2. Do one more thing in your textbook where this frequency distribution is there with pencil. Do the markings. This is A, this is B and this is C. So that whenever you see the solution you understand which figures are included. Event A, B and C. Okay? Completed, everyone? Shall I erase it? Now, put Put your pens down. Question 2, I am remaking this table again. You understand this table first. Once you are clear with the table, then you can easily understand how to find the probabilities. So, the details of a sample inquiry of 4979 voters of a constituency are as follows. Males, females, supporters of party A, supporters of party B, 1319. Yes, maintain silence. 1118, 1217,
1, 3.
and 1325. Now, one three one nine plus 1118, 2437. 1217 plus 1325, 2542. Then same way, 1319 plus 1217, 2536 and 443. And the final total comes to 497. Now what all does this indicate? Understand it. First of all, n is equal to 497, and if you see below the table again, it is given that one voter is randomly selected. So n is 4979 C1, that is 497. If it was given two voters are selected, then 4979 C2. It will always have one only. So n is directly 4979. Now if I ask you, suppose you define four events here. Suppose we define four events here. Let event A be the event that the voter is supporter of party A. Let event B be the event that voter is supporter of party B. Let event M be the event that voter is male, don't write supporter of male. The voter is male. And let event F be the event that voter is female. Now if I ask you, what are the total number of favorable outcomes for supporter of party A?
2, 4, 3, 7.
So can I say it is M of event A?
Yes.
Any doubts with this? So if you are asked a question, what is the probability that the voter is a supporter of party A? Your answer will be 2437 upon 497. Same way if I ask you, what are the favorable outcomes that voter is a supporter of party B?
2, 5, 4, 1.
That is M of event B. And what is the probability that it is a supporter of party B? 2542 upon 497. What are the favorable outcomes that voter is male? Can I say it is M of M? And what is the probability that voter is male? 2536 upon 497. And what are the favorable outcomes that voter is female? M of F? 2443. Probability that voter is female? 2443 upon 497. Did you understand this? Same way if I ask you, what are the favorable outcomes that voter is male and supporter of party A? So can I say 1319 is A intersection M? Voter is supporter of party A and he is a male. Did you understand this? Raise your hand. What is 1118? Raise your hand. What is, yes? A intersection F. What is 1217? Raise your hand. 1217. Sumana. B intersection M. And 1325 is B intersection F. So if I ask you the question, what is the probability that voter is male and supporter of party A? 1319 upon 497. Same with the other three. Did you understand this question, everyone? First, write this table in your notebook. Then we'll answer the remaining questions. Okay? Write it with A intersection M, A intersection F, M of A, M of B. Write it with those things. Anyone who did not not understand this, if this is clear, then answer is over already. Because from this only the probability will be asked. Who all are still doing the markings? Raise your hand. Now look at question 1B here. One voter is randomly selected from this constituency. Silence. First, if and mark it as slash. You remember the conditions?
Yes.
If, given that, known that, though, although, even though. These all are conditional events. So if mark it as slash. Voter is a male, mark it as M. Condition will always come in denominator slash M. Find the probability that is supporter of party A, mark it as A. Probability which we have to find will always come in numerator. Means what do we have to find here? P of A slash M. Okay, what do we have to find here? The probability which we have to find is A. And condition slash. And what is the condition that he is a male? That will come in the denominator. Now what is the formula of P of A slash M? P of A intersection M upon P of M. Numerator is always intersection and denominator is denominator. So A slash M will be P of A intersection M upon P of M. What is A intersection M? 1319 upon 4979. Upon what is P of M? 2536 upon 497. First we'll define 4 events, then we'll answer these 2 questions. So let event A be the event that voter is supporter of party A. Let event B be the event that voter is supporter of party B. Let event M be the event that voter is male. Let event F be the event that voter is female. Now what we are asking the first question? A slash M. A slash M, the formula is A intersection M upon M. So first we find A intersection M. Let us P of A intersection M is equal to M of A intersection M upon M. See in the table, what is M of A intersection M? 1319 upon what is N? 4979. No need to simplify. And what is the formula of A slash M? A intersection M upon M. Denominator is denominator. So P of M, M of M upon N, that is 2536 upon 4979. Now we can answer the question what is asked. Thus the probability that voter is supporter of party A. Thus the probability that voter is supporter of party A, comma, if he is male, that is P of A slash M is equal to P of A intersection M upon P of M. P of A intersection M upon P of M. What is P of A intersection M? 1319 upon 4979 upon what is P of M? 2536 upon 4979. So 1319 upon 4979 multiplied by reciprocal 4979 upon 2536. 4979 gets and the remaining cannot be simplified. So 1319 upon 2536. This is the probability that the voter is supporter of party A, given that he is a male. Now look at the second question. Underline if, what will you mark? Slash. Voter is supporter of party A. A. Find the probability that he is male. Mark it as M. Now what is asked here? M slash A. Now tell me M slash A. The numerator will remain same. A slash M or M slash A. Numerator will be A intersection M, which we have already obtained. And denominator is denominator. Like here denominator was M. Here denominator will be A. So A intersection M we already have. What is the only additional thing we have to find? P of A. Then we can answer the question. So how will you find P of A? M of A upon N. What is M of A? 2, 4, 3, 7. Okay, it's already done. Divided by 4, 9, 7, 9. Keep it as it is. Now we have to directly answer the question because A intersection M already calculated. Thus the probability that the voter is a male comma if he is a supporter of party A. Okay, that is P of M slash A. So P of A intersection M upon P of A. P of A intersection M we already obtained 1319 upon 4979. Divide by P of A now we obtained as 2437 upon 4979. So 1319 upon 4979 multiplied by 4979 upon 2437. 4979 gets cancelled. 1319 upon 2437. Did you understand this question, everyone? Illustration. Yes. What is going on? But you can solve it on your own also, the figures. Illustration 36 and 37 is your homework. They are similar ones. Illustration 36 is similar to this first one. Illustration 37 is similar to this second one. Okay? Otherwise, I have done many illustrations also in the class, but these two illustrations are exactly similar ones. Now, look at exercise 1.1. Now, if you remember in the beginning of the chapter, I told you we will do exercise 1.1 at the end because when we do the remaining exercise questions, majority of them will be covered in doing that. So later on, whatever are the different ones, I'll do it, and similar ones which we have already done during the chapter, you'll do it on your own, taking it in homework. So page number 14, whichever are the different ones that I am doing on the board, and similar ones which are already done during the chapter, you will be marking it as homework. They are very simple ones. Exercise 1.2 onwards, we have been finding the probability. Here one step less is there, probability is not asked. Only sample space and events are asked. So sample space and events we find, then we used to find M, N and probability also, that is not asked. Only sample space and events. Like in question 1, state the sample space for the following random experiments. Only sample space is asked. First one, make it a balanced coin. Not dice, make it coin. A balanced coin is thrown 3 times. Homework. We have done it. You'll make that diagram HT, then again HT, HT, then again HT, HT, HT. Sample space, you remember H, 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 HT, HT, H, HT, T. Then first letter H will be replaced with T. 8 outcomes, 2 raised to 3, 8 outcomes. It is already done in the class also, in the beginning itself. Silence, yes. Repeat it once again because that was ages ago. Repeat it again as homework. Okay? Now, is question 2. A balanced dice with 6 sides and a balanced coin are tossed together. This I do it because it's a new one. See, one coin is tossed and one dice is thrown. So if on the coin you get heads, along with that on the other side in the dice you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And in the coin if you get tails, then again in the dice you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 12 outcomes will be there. Did you understand this sample space, everyone? There you go. Anyone who is not clear with this? Now look at the third sub question. Raise your hand who is still doing it. The second one. Now see, third sub question. 2 persons are to be selected from 5 persons A, B, C, D, E. Now, this I'll do it because during the chapter we have never made sample space for this. Whenever it was asked 2 persons are selected from 5 persons, what we used to do? 5C to 10. 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1, 10. Directly we used to find the value of n by applying the formula. But here you are asked to make sample space. And if you remember, in the second lecture of probability I told you, whenever selection comes, go only forward, you will not go backward. So, if in case it comes in exams for 1 or 2 marks, we have to practice it. Means you cannot directly write n equals to 5C2 because number of outcomes are not asked, but is asked this sample space. So, write down A, B, C, D, E. What happened? On, again. A, B, C, D, E. Now 2 persons are selected, so we'll go only forward. If you start with A, then AB, AC, AD, AE. Are you able to recollect this? You'll go only forward.
Yes.
Now when you do it with B, then BC, BD, BE. If you do it with C, then CD, CE. And if you do with D, then DE. So you can see 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10. We never did this. We directly used to do 5C2 and obtain 10. Okay, but if sample space is asked, then you will show all the outcomes. So all are clear with this one also, how to do the selection, going only forward, not going backward. Now look at question 2. Homework. See that? It's a very simple one. Write the sample space for the marks in integers scored by student appearing for an examination of 100 marks. What will be your sample space? Not 100. You'll start with 0. Correct? Yuvraj? In a test of 100 marks, what will be the minimum marks? In a test of 100 marks, what will be the minimum marks anyone can get? 0 also. Can anyone get 0 or not? Soon you'll come to know after 1 week. Second class examination. So, your sample space will start not from 1, but it is slightly tricky question. So you are not selecting numbers, natural numbers from 1 to 100. You are selecting marks. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and last dot 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 up till 100. And how many sample points will be there?
101.
101 because 0 is also included. So n will be 101. Take it as homework. Question 3. Now this I'll do again. Put your pens down. Again, this question is different from what we have been discussing in the class. With logic I'll explain you, so be attentive. It is asked, write the sample space for, yes, what happened, Renuka? Question 3, write the sample space for randomly selecting one minister and one deputy minister from 4 persons. Now be attentive, here also we have to select 2 persons from 4 persons. No one should be writing it, just understand it first. Suppose 4 persons are A, B, C, D. Suppose 4 persons are A, B, C, D. Now, we have to select 2 people, but one additional condition. If it was a normal selection, then we would have done like this: A, B, A, C, A, D, B, C, B, D, C, D. But here it is given additional condition that 2 persons are to be selected for the post of minister and deputy minister. So, one outcome is A is minister, B is deputy minister. Second, A minister, C deputy. A minister, D deputy. Now, can I say B minister, A deputy is different from A minister, B deputy? Here also we are selecting 2 people, but you are going backward also. B, A is included because it's not a normal question, just select 2 persons from 4 persons. If it was a normal question, select 2 persons from 4 persons, then you would say A, B and B, A are same. Same 2 persons are selected. But here the additional condition is for the post of minister and deputy minister. So A, B and B are different. Because in AB selection, A is minister, B is, and in BA selection, we are saying B is minister, A is. So here you go backward and forward. BB is not possible. B cannot be minister as well as deputy. So backward and forward. Means what will be the next outcome? BC, BD. Then same way starting with C, CA, CD, CD. Starting with D, DA, DB, DC. So did you all understand how is it different from normal selection, everyone? Complete this and below that we'll write a note also. So all are clear with this, why BA and AB are different in this question. Now whenever you revise you'll get confused. Why we have taken BA and in other questions we have not. Write down as a note below. In the above sample space, first letter shows minister. First letter shows minister and second letter shows deputy minister. Correct? So now whenever you read this note, you'll be able to understand A is minister, B is deputy, and in the other one, B is minister and A is deputy. Understood this? Look at question 4. 4 and 5 I'll be taking up. So be patient with that. Look at it. Because they are similar ones. So a balanced die is thrown in a random experiment till the first head is obtained. Dear India, what is the question? Understand it. Put your pens down. You throw, again make a coin. Instead of dice, make it coin. A balanced coin is tossed or thrown until head is obtained. Then it is given the experiment is terminated with the trial of first. It means as soon as you get heads, you stop the trial. So it is something like you toss a coin, you get tails. You toss it again. You get tails. You toss it again. You get tails. 9 times you get tails. 10th time you get heads, you stop it. So whenever you get heads, you will stop it. Now what all possibilities are there? Maybe directly you get heads. In the first toss itself you get, then you stop the experiment. Second possibility, first toss you get tails. Then you continue. Second toss you get heads, you stop. Third possibility, first 2 trials you get, third trial you get heads, then you stop. Next possibility, first 3 trials you get tails. Next trial you get heads, you'll stop. And so on. Infinite possibilities are there. So question is also asked, write the sample space, this is the way you write it, of this experiment and state whether it is finite or infinite. Understood this, all of you? Complete this. Okay, we have to state that, so we'll mention below that. Thus, the sample space is infinite. Question 5 will be the last one for today. All of you are clear with question 4? Look at question 5. Write the sample space for the experiment of selecting 3 numbers from first 5 natural numbers. I am doing it because 3 numbers are to be selected. If it was the main question of probability, what we would have done? 5C3, that is also 10. But here we have to write the sample space. Like here from 5 we have selected 2. Now we have to select 3. So I am showing it on the board, otherwise you get confused how to select 3 from the 5. Understand the procedure of doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 5 natural numbers. What you will do for selection of 3 is take 2 at a time. You'll go again forward only because we have to select. But take 2 at a time. 1 and 2. And along with 1, 2, what all options are possible? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5. With 1 and 2, whatever is possible, you take it. Now take with 1 and 3 first. What is possible with 1 and 3? Go only forward. 1, 3, 4, because 1, 3, 2 will be same as 1, 2, 3. So you go only forward. So with 1 and 3 you take 1, 3, 4, then 1, 3, 5. Then with 1 and 4, 1, 4 and 5. Now 1 and 2 we have taken. After 1, what is the next? 2. Again in 2 you will first take with 2 and 3. So along with 2, 3, what all is possible? 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5. Then along with 2 and 4, 2, 4, 5. Then start with 3. Only 3, 4. See, 3 and 2, 5, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still you get 10 outcomes, which is 5C3. Did you understand it? When main question of probability is asked, we did not show this. Directly we do 5C3, that is 10. But your sample space is to be shown. So, complete this everyone. Homework note down properly. First of all, questions 6, 7, 8 we have done during the chapter. Like if you see 6th question, can you see sample space is directly given 1 to 20? What is first event asked? Odd numbers, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 will be event A. But you define it, let event A be the event that the number is odd. Same way, second question, divisible by 3. Rearrange A, divisible by 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and that's it. You say let event B be the event that number is divisible by 3. And last one divisible by 2 or 3. So 2, 3, 4, then 5 is not divisible by both. 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15 is divisible by 3, 16 is divisible by 2, 18 is divisible by both, and 20. So 3 events you define A, B and C. Question 7. One family is selected from the families having 2 children. Children are like coins. Boys are like heads. Girls are like tails. 2 children, so BB, BG, GB, GG. This will be your sample space. Further, see events also you don't have to define. Be attentive. Events also you don't have to define. It is directly given that A1, one child is female. Swara B attentive. One child is female means BG and GB. And event B, sorry, A2, at least one child is female means GG will also be included. Both girls will also be included. And eighth question, 2 dice. So 36 outcomes. First event, sum of the numbers is 7. We have practiced a lot during the chapter all this. Second sum is less than 4. Third divisible by 3 and fourth more than 12. And illustration 1 to 5 is like 1 coin, 2 coins. That the only sample space is asked. They all are very small questions. Okay.
Bye, sir.
So this will be your homework for tomorrow. Bye everyone.